Hello, I'm Laura, and it is Thursday, April 10th, 2025. The message for today is I release self-criticism. Self-criticism is something that we speak to ourselves supposedly to keep ourselves from disappointments and from the criticism of others by knowing that we already know what we did wrong. And it can include rather a harsh judgment of ourselves, such as, you idiot, you goof, how can you mess up so many times? Well, we are here to release that self-criticism. It doesn't mean there isn't a reflection on the things we do. For example, this video you are watching may have been completed the very first time around, or it may have taken 20 times of starting over to pull it through, as it is with all of my videos each day. But in those times when I'm doing them over and over and over again, I don't beat myself up for making mistakes. I learn from what was said and I take it to the next best step to move it forward until it comes out the way it needs to. And that's what we can do in life. We can observe how something came across or how we did something, and if we felt like it fell short or it missed the goal, rather than beat ourselves up with self-criticism, we can simply take it to the next best step and move forward. So today, we are releasing self-criticism. Our author, Christina Garza, tells us our brains are programmed to look for the negative as a self-preservation mechanism, but that critical vigilance is easily turned on ourselves. So rather than that critical vigilance, let's take on spiritual observation and know what our next best step is. She says we can let go of self-criticism and begin to see the marvel that each of us is. You can see the marvel you are as you learn from what you have done and let it move you into the next best thing. So here we are. Let's begin those steps toward that wonderful way of being by pausing in prayer as we take a deep breath and focus on this divine thought. I release self-criticism and let self-observation guide me to the next best thing. I release self-criticism and let self-observation guide me to the next best thing. And so it is. You can observe yourself. You can acknowledge your mistakes. You can pick yourself up by your bootstraps and move forward to the next best thing. When you remove the judgmentality of self-criticism, you're not an idiot. You're not stupid. You are simply someone who is learning and growing along the way. Just remember, the maestro of music had to do a lot of practicing, and every day life is a practice. So I am so happy that you joined me today in releasing that self-criticism and in just simply observing what there is to be and to do as you move to the next best thing. And whatever you move to, that is exactly what it will be. Have a wonderful day.